Good evening and welcome to live commentary of the Netherlands against England in the Nations League semi-final. The game is about to get underway here in Portugal, and we will be showing you the lineups before we get underway. You'll see them just coming up on your screen now. But the game is underway through England to start with an early attack as Sterling looked to play it forward towards Sancho, but it was cut out by Wijnaldum and Netherlands have an early bit of possession. And if we're looking at the lineups for England first of all, just to let you know, no starters from players who played in the Champions League final on Saturday. So no Harry Kane, no Eric Dyer, no Danny Rose, no Henderson in the middle. So a big loss there, but all of those players are on the bench for England. Whereas for the Netherlands, the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Wijnaldum are in the starting lineup and playing today. Netherlands have a throw down the right hand side. Here is Wijnaldum, just stuck in possession, still by where the throw was taken. He tries to loop the ball to the right midfielder, and then Chilwell tackles or intercepts, and it goes out for a Netherlands throw again inside the England half. England who, haven't really had a touch of possession since kick-off, although it has actually gone out for their throw in the end, which Chilwell will take. He is playing left back today for England. Gone out for another throw for England there. So England taking a look to attack here with Raheem Sterling, who looks to burst through the middle. Netherlands want it back though through their right back. His ball in towards the centre forward here, Depay, sorry. Giroud wins it for Netherlands, although Barkley wins it straight back for England. He looks to run out wide and he plays it towards Sterling down the right hand side. He's cutting in field, he's still in the England half as he plays it back to Fabian Delph. One of what I would personally say that is quite a weak midfield for England of Barkley, Rice and Delph, although Barkley's just found a good ball to Sancho down the right as he looks to take it into the area. First time that is for England, then he loops the ball into the back post and then it's kicked behind by Daley Blind, who's playing at left back. A miss hit behind, but it goes behind for an England corner, the first of the game. So the flicked ball in from Sancho that went to the back post. Daley Blind completely swung at it and missed, or completely mishit it, but it just went behind for a corner in the end. Down the right hand side for England. It's floated in and it's towards Maguire as well as John Stones there. They both kind of got it in each other's way, and it was Maguire in the end who volleyed it. He was in a lot of space, although it looked to be an England player by the name of Stones marking him, which led to a mishit volley which flies over the bar. Goal kick taken from the Netherlands, although England can win it straight back with Sancho. He is dispossessed in the middle. Wijnaldum. Here's De Jong. He finds Memphis Depay as the young Netherlands side moving it quickly. Although the only player above 30 in their side on the ball now, Ryan Babel of Fulham. Of course, his future isn't set on Fulham. It'll be interesting to see if he leaves Craven Cottage due to their relegation. They are on the ball with the back four, De Ligt, who plays it to Dumfries. And then on the right is Bergwijn, as he looks to cut inside, although Chilwell won it back not for long. De Ligt picks up the pieces and kicks it back to the goalkeeper, Cillessen, today for the Netherlands. His long ball, which is mishit out wide and goes out for an England throw in the Dutch half. So a very even and opening to this Nations League semi-final. Here's Chilwell for England inside his own half, down the left. Stones. Here's Maguire. And slowly keeping possession. There's a 1-2 with Delph back to Maguire. Stones. Chilwell's out to the left, and that's who he plays it to. And then his ball down the line is intercepted by Bergwijn, who's still going here. It's a really good run from him. And he found Depay, although there was a handball from Bergwijn as he intercepted it, or maybe, yeah, it touched his hand as he was dribbling past players. It was a ball he never completely controlled, and it will be an England free kick after 5 minutes gone here. So take short just to keep possession again. Kyle Walker back towards Stones. Here is Maguire. And then Chilwell plays it back to Maguire again. Ross Barkley, his first real spell of possession, as he switches the play towards Kyle Walker, who's put under a lot of pressure. It's not a good ball at all. Babel finds Depay. Netherlands pick it up, and it's Depay's shot which is blocked by Stones, who then passes it back to Pickford, who hoofs it away. A really poor ball from Barkley, who put Walker straight under pressure, who was in the end dispossessed. Although in the end, as the passage of play ends, it goes out for an England throw down the left-hand side. Yeah, he looked to switch it, but it was a really poor ball. Walker had to chase back for it. His touch wasn't the best, but it was a difficult one to control. And then Babel was chasing it. He played it to Maguire, who took on the shot with his left foot, just outside the box, and it was deflected by Stones. Dutch throw on the right-hand side in their own half. About 7 minutes gone here in this Nations League semi-final. Depay. Here is De Jong. Babel, who comes short and does a quick 1-2 with De Jong. And down the right is Dumfries. Ball switch to the left where Bergwijn is. He looks to play it down the line, although Stones read the pass. As he looks to now dribble it out for England. And he's given it away, and he shouldn't have done that. And Bergwijn picked it up down the right hand side for the Netherlands. Cuts in on his left foot, takes the shot, which is straight at Pickford. It's 2 times England have given the ball away inside their own half, which has led to a Dutch shot. 1 deflected, 1 straight at Pickford. So they've got away with 2 chances there. They are playing it very riskily along their own half again, although the Dutch pressure has been very good so far. Stones for England. Plays it to Sterling. He finds Delph. Still Delph, who's lost it in the end, although there was a foul as he was dispossessed, and England get a free kick after 8 minutes gone. Just to let you know, this is only one of our first ever streams, and there'll be a lot more coming next season in the Premier League, so we'll ask you to subscribe and maybe leave the notification bell on if you don't want to miss those live commentary of loads of games next year. Not only the Premier League, the Champions League, the Europa League, and of course, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see we will be live commentating the final of the Nations League. It's Portugal against the winner of this game. And after 10 minutes gone, it's been even. However, England's possession has nearly cost them twice after giving it away, although the Netherlands have given it away for the first time here. And here's a break for England. It was a ball forward from Kyle Walker, who was the one who won it back for England. He looked to play Sancho in and behind, but he overhit it, and he kicked it straight at Callison, the Dutch goalkeeper. The last time these 2 teams met, it was a 1-0 win for England as part of their World Cup warm-up games. It was Jesse Lingard who won it at the Johan Cruyff Arena. First half goal from him. Netherlands in possession. Depay switches, or looks to switch it out towards Bergwijn. Bergwijn's going to get there down the right. Although the footage that I have has just been cut back another 10 seconds, and Bergwijn does have it on the right again. Although in the end he wasn't able to keep it in, and it goes out for an England throw right by the touchline. Of course, Netherlands, their last competitive competition before the Nations League has been the World Cup 2014, a huge decline in their national team after reaching the semi-finals back then. However, it seems to be coming back again with this really young Dutch side. Of course, a lot of players from Ajax, the likes of De Jong and Daley Blind. There's a long ball from De Ligt, who looks for Depay, who just can't keep it in, and it will go out for a goal kick. Both teams are playing in a 4-3-3 formation which England have played a lot in since the World Cup. During it was more of a 3-4-3. It's something that they are getting used to, and they will need to. Of course, this is a competitive tournament, only 1 year on from the World Cup, first year that's ever happened. Usually we only have the Euros and the World Cup itself. Pickford in possession, he switches it out to Chilwell, who's in space and can drive down the left hand side for England. As he goes into the Netherlands half, here's Sancho down the left hand side. Back to Rashford, Sancho again. He plays a through ball to Barkley down the left by the touchline. He was tackled and it's cleared by the Netherlands. And it's broken here for Depay, who's running forward. I think it's actually Babel, and it's a 2-on-1, and he's found Depay, and Depay's in on goal for Netherlands here. Oh, and he tried to cut back on his right foot, and it was read by John Stones. It was a huge chance for the Netherlands. It was a great counter-attack from them, and Depay just couldn't get his shot away, and England get away with another chance. They're in possession here with Barkley, Chilwell, and then back to the number 18 again. Here's Declan Rice. He's been the deepest, as expected, of the England midfield so far. An England midfield that doesn't really have too much creativity. The only real creative player of the three in there is Ross Barkley. He's had a much better season under Maurizio Sarri for Chelsea than ever before at the club, and for a while at Everton. Barkley on the ball, looks for Sterling. He is fouled just on the halfway line by Virgil van Dijk. One of two players on the whole pitch to have played in the Champions League final is the other player, Wijnaldum. All Champions League finalists are not in the side for in the starting 11 for England today, as they're in possession down the right with Sterling, as he looks to get it in the box, although it was intercepted and comes out to Rice and then to Chilwell. Here is Sancho, a player where every time he picks up the ball you feel he can beat a man, although we haven't seen much of that so far. Delph, who plays it back to Stones. Just a quick ask, if you are enjoying the stream, to give a thumbs up, and if you're not, make sure to type something in the live chat, and also why not put in the live chat who you think is going to win the semi-final and who you think will go on to win the whole competition, as it's a goal kick for the Netherlands here with Cillessen. He takes it short to De Jong, and on the left is Blind. England pressing as it goes back to the goalkeeper again, who is forced to kick it long. And then Kyle Walker can deal with it and keep the ball for England. Maguire out to Chilwell. Maguire to Pickford now. As As now the Dutch press comes and it's played back to Pickford right on his goal line as he's forced to hoof it with his weaker right foot, and it's gone straight to Daley Blind. Here's Wijnaldum. Let's just switch it towards Bergwijn. Chilwell's coming. Chilwell won it, and it goes out for a Netherlands throw. De Jong. It's found its way back to Van Dijk for Netherlands. Here's De Jong again, and now De Ligt, two Ajax players, two players who made it to the semi-finals of the Champions League. It's a long time since Ajax got there prior to this season. Here's Van Dijk, who of course made it to the final and made it all the way to win it. Switches out wide to Bergwijn. His header on looking for Babel, although it's read by Maguire, and Chilwell comes out with it. And it goes out for a Dutch throw. His misplaced pass too far out wide past the touchline. De Jong played to De Ligt. Now Blind down the left. Van Dijk edging forward. Wijnaldum dummies it towards Babel down the left. Wijnaldum to Blind. Good spell this for Netherlands. 16 minutes gone in this semi-final. They end up crossing the ball in and it's headed away by Stones. There will be a few times in this game where my footage just skips back 10 seconds or so, which will just leave a minute without commentary, or 20 seconds without commentary. As the cross has gone in again and Maguire's headed away again, and we'll go from here. Going to take the throw. The England fans making most of the noise inside the Stadio Alfronzo so far for the second semi-final. The winner of the first, Portugal. Ronaldo the hero for them again. I wonder if there's going to be a hero today. Here's the Netherlands attacking with Blind, who gets a ball in, too close to Pickford, who claims it. No real chance for either side. A few small breakaways, but no one's really been clinical in the final third. Just to let you know, VAR is in progress today for this Nations League semi-final. Of course, a huge controversial decision yesterday involving Portugal and Switzerland. Switzerland player went down in the penalty area when nothing was given. And then Portugal then counter-attacked, and then Bernardo Silva went down. A penalty was given to Portugal, but VAR brought it down to the Switzerland penalty. And that's where they got their equaliser from, although it was all okay in the end for Portugal as they ended up winning 3-1 and are the first team in the final. I'm sure they'll be watching this game. As England win a free kick in the Netherlands half. It's very deep. It was a foul from Dumfries as Chilwell just got round him and started to outpace him. He had to barge into him and bring him down. So free kick in the Netherlands half. It's quite deep to really get a ball in. You would imagine, well, knowing England, that they'll just want to keep possession from this. Of course, not much going on in the game now. However, things might change in the second half, or when England decide to make substitutions. The likes of Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Jordan Henderson, all on the bench, all not playing due to the Champions League final. Ball goes in from England over Declan Rice, headed behind, although Declan Rice was in an offside position, and it's a free kick to Netherlands. So not one shot on goal yet for the Three Lions, and the Dutch having 3 so far. One deflected and not challenging Pickford. Another straight at the goalkeeper. No real chances so far. Here's De Ligt for the Netherlands. You would say have been the better side so far. Not by much though. The chances that they have created haven't been a test for England. Here is Daley Blind. Who's still on it down the left hand side. Plays it back towards De Ligt. Van Dijk. De Jong. Found a pocket of space in the middle. Here's Depay. He plays it down the left. Babel is driving at Walker. Gets it on his right foot. Takes on another shot. No challenge for Pickford though. Straight at him. Another good sign for England that they allowed Depay to get it onto his right foot. However, it wasn't the best shot from the Lyon man. Here is Sancho. Chance for him to do something down the left. As well, it was a tackle from Dumfries which he kicked straight back onto Sancho for a Dutch throw. No real impact from the England attackers as yet. Likes of Sancho trying to point the 18-year-old that he is ready to be in this England side and ready to start in it. Of course, he's starting in it today due to the Champions League final, which has led to a lot of England players being rested. One player who I haven't really seen in the game so far for England is Marcus Rashford, who's hardly had a touch out there up front. Dumfries to take a throw for the Netherlands, just inside their own half, near the halfway line. He kicks it long. Maguire, who wins the header, and now it's Ross Barkley, who looks for Rashford, who was in an offside position. And in the end it did look blatantly offside from Marcus Rashford, who will need to do a lot to challenge the likes of De Ligt and Van Dijk in centre-back. They do have the help of Sterling and of Sancho down on the wings, but it's this man who needs to make the runs. Here's Babel. Ball breaks for him down the left-hand side. As he looks to take on Walker, he gets it on his right foot. Wijnaldum. Blind. And then he wins a throw as his pass is deflected out by Kyle Walker. It's just opposite the edge of the penalty area, this throw. One plays it back towards De Jong. Now De Ligt. Still in the England half. The Netherlands holding a high line, although it's in the end played back towards Van Dijk in the Netherlands half. De Jong finds Depay. Back to De Jong and then Blind down the left. Babel, who's deep. De Roon. Looking for Babel. De Roon keeps it and gets past Raheem Sterling. Little nutmeg on the referee who was in the way. He's found Dumfries. De Roon. Depay, his first touch was poor. Maguire breaks out with it, although he's played a ball past to Chilwell, who just about dealt with it in the end. It's not a good ball from Maguire as Bergwijn was pressing. It's broken out for De Jong, who plays it back to Van Dijk. The current energy of my commentary is about the same of the game. Not much really happening. The Netherlands having a lot more possession than England so far, but not really doing too much with it. But they're moving it around quickly. They're trying to pick some pockets of England. Here is Depay looking to dribble forward, and it's a poor challenge by Chilwell, which has allowed Bergwijn in space down the left. Wijnaldum trying to play it in towards Depay, and then Stones dealt with him, and Pickford picked it up. Well, the stream just cutting 10 seconds back again, as we see Jordan Pickford on the ball. The ball that was cut back to the edge of the box. Babel tried to find Depay, although it was dealt with by England, who have lost it here, and it's De Jong, and he plays Depay, and now it's Babel down the left of the box. He lets it run past him though, and now he's taking on Sancho in an unusual defensive position for him, who finds De Jong. De Jong scoops the ball into the back post, and it's dealt with by Barkley. And now Rashford, as England look to counter-attack, although it's a poor attempt to dribble from Marcus Rashford, who's lost it. He tries to recover, but De Jong skips right past him, gets the ball in, but it's too near to Pickford, who claims it very well in the end there. And being very sloppy attackively every time they have a chance to attack, giving possession away, and they're giving possession away too often when they're in their own half, leading to Netherlands counter-attacks. That's really been the story of the game so far, when the Netherlands haven't had possession, which they have for most of this game. Jordan Pickford. Barkley. And then he looks to play it towards Sancho, who was held, and it's a free kick. Which Chilwell will be taking soon. Seriously, not much happening in the game. Oh, it's a long ball forward from Chilwell. It's over hit and it's a goal kick. No quality at all from this changed England side from what we usually see. Although the regulars should be coming on in the second half. Delph fouls it Delph fouls De Ligt just on the right hand side. It was a really bad challenge from him, and it's going to be a free kick to the Netherlands. It was an unnecessary tackle, although the free kick was taken quickly, but England won possession. Barkley thought he was fouled and then picked up the ball, which the referee has then given a free kick to the Netherlands for handball. Van Dijk. De Jong. De Ligt. Here is Bergen running forward. Just on the edge of the box, swings the ball in. It was well won by Stones, and then Pickford in the end has come out to pick it up. Half an hour gone, or nearly half an hour gone, still not a shot on goal from England. Here's Stones on the ball. Plays it back to Delph. And then back to Pickford. Rice, who's struggling. Dutch players pressing him well. He plays it back towards Maguire and then into Stones. England in their own penalty area right now on the ball. That describes how much of a high press the Netherlands are pushing. But Kyle Walker has beaten Babel and he's running down the middle. There's an overlap from Chilwell, which he didn't pick out, but he's played it to Chilwell now, but his run has stopped, and he was in an offside position. It was way too late from Walker. Netherlands on the ball again with De Ligt. Oh, and then they've given it away, and Sancho won it, and De Jong brought him down, and it might be a penalty for England on the way here. It is. It's a yellow card, it seems. Sorry, for De Ligt. Netherlands just casually passing the ball around. Then De Ligt took a heavy touch. Sancho came running in, won the ball. It was actually Rashford, and it's definitely going to be a penalty. I'm sure VAR will take a look. Rashford got to the ball. De Ligt with the challenge. England penalty. And their first shot of the whole game will be from the penalty spot, and a real chance to take the lead here. As I said, it was a booking for De Ligt, and the penalty will go ahead. Of course, no Harry Kane to step up for it. He is on the bench. And it looks to be the player who won the penalty, Marcus Rashford. The number 19 shirt is what he's in today. So penalty for England. Rashford against Cillessen. Of course, Rashford's last penalty for Manchester United was a penalty that sent them to the Champions League quarter-final in the 95th minute. Maybe not as much pressure on this one. However, it is a chance to give England the lead in a semi-final of a major international competition. Rashford to step up. Half an hour gone. As the referee gets ready to blow his whistle. It's the boy from Manchester playing for United, playing for England here. The referee just waiting, blows his whistle. Here comes Marcus Rashford, and he scores! He goes the opposite way to what he did against PSG in that quarter-final, and he sent Cillessen the wrong way, kicked it down the right, placed it down the right-hand side, and England take the lead. As we look at the penalty, it was all Dutch possession in that moment of play and for most of the game. However, one mistake that they've made and it costed them. De Ligt caught on possession, Rashford came charging in, went down, won the penalty, took it and of course scored it. So it's the away side, or supposed away side, who lead in this game. So the Netherlands get underway with a bit more urgency to them now. Although in the end they play it back and it looks like they're just going to keep to possession again. Van Dijk plays it down the left towards Blind. Inside to Babel. Totally against the run of play. Netherlands, who haven't been too good themselves, they have created more chances than England. Netherlands on the ball again. Down the left with Blint, inside the England half. If you've just joined us, 1-0 to England, Marcus Rashford from the penalty spot. The first shot of the game for England, that was. And it's the score, or the same score, as what it was the last time these two sides met. It was a different Man United player that scored that time in Jesse Lingard. Also around the half an hour mark in the first half. just waiting for my stream to come back. Apologies for that. It has come back, and it's come back with England on the ball with Harry Maguire. He was nearly caught in possession there. A mistake that England will need to learn from the Dutch, of course, that leading to the England penalty. Here's Delph for England as he cuts back and plays it to Kyle Walker. Deep inside their own half, Netherlands now starting to press England, trying to force them into a mistake this time. Chilwell though, as he wins it down the left, and he was barged off by Babel, fairly according to the referee. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Plays it down the left-hand side for Bergwijn, who's moved out on the left this time. Plays it towards Blind, who tries to get a ball in, and it's deflected. And then Barkley, who had a chance to get a counter-attack going, but his touch was poor, and he gave it straight back to the Netherlands. England on the ball, with Stones looking to drive, although he's played it back to Delph. His pass to Barkley was a risk, although it was good control from the Chelsea man. Here is Sancho, as he knocks it past one. And then plays in Rashford, and Rashford's in on goal here. It was a wonderful tackle from Dumfries just at the last moment. Rashford was in. It was a chance for a second goal for England. But it was a wonderful tackle, and it's left to them being both on the floor. It all came from a fantastic run from Jadon Sancho. And then he plays in Rashford on his left foot, tried to get a shot away, but just a second before he did, Dumfries got the tackle in. Just gives a bit of time for England to regroup since the goal. Before the goal they weren't the better side. Even after the goal they're not the better side. Just looking at that chance again. Wonderful run by Sancho, a nutmeg involved there. A really good ball, maybe it was just slightly overhit, which led to Rashford not having as much time as he wanted, which then led to the Dumfries tackle. Rashford just going off the pitch, and it's an England throw, although Sterling will throw it straight back to the keeper, which is what happens. Rashford just getting a bit of treatment on the sidelines. I'm sure he'll be okay to come back on. If not, I'm sure we'll see the likes of Harry Kane introduced. 5 minutes till half time then. Netherlands on the ball again with Van Dijk. England starting to press, which maybe they shouldn't be doing with 10 men on the pitch right now. If the Netherlands break the press, they'll have a real chance to attack. Rashford is back on the pitch now, the goal scorer, of course, from the penalty spot. De Ligt for the Netherlands. Out wide is, I believe, Bergwijn. He's found De Roon. 1-2 with Wijnaldum. Back to De Roon. Just looking to slowly drive it forward, although he's struggling for options, and in the end plays it back to Daley Blind. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes till half time. Van Dijk switches it down the right hand side looking for Dumfries, who got there, flicked it over Chilwell. In the end, Sterling came back to cover and Sterling wins it back for England. Tries to play it to Barkley, who keeps it down the left hand side very well. And now is driving forward, plays it down the right hand side for Walker. He drives forward now for England. They're still in their own half. He picks a good ball, and here is Barkley again, who is fouled just inside the Dutch half as he was driving forward. He was fouled by Wijnaldum. And it's an England free kick from the centre of the pitch, just inside the Netherlands half. If you've just joined us, it's an England who lead 1-0. It was a Marcus Rashford penalty with their one and only shot of the game. It was a very coolly taken penalty after about half an hour gone. Although the Netherlands have been the better side, although they haven't created too many good chances themselves. So here's the England free kick. It's going to be difficult to get a good ball in though from the centre of the pitch. There are players lining up from both sides. It's played short and then whipped in long towards Maguire. Comes out to the edge of the box where Delph hits one, but hits one straight at the goalkeeper. Although he hit it with a lot of power though. And then the goalkeeper plays it long and it went all the way forward to Pickford, who got it cleared. And in the end, England will get a free kick as he was fouled up by the on-chasing Depay. Just looking at the volley from Delph, he hit it into the ground, but with no direction on it at all, and Cillessen didn't really have to move. But the struggle for him was just to keep hold of it, which he just about did in the end. Of course, the Barcelona goalkeeper. And then seconds after that, Jordan Pickford being put into action. Cillessen's long ball forward to start a Dutch counter-attack was too far. Pickford had to come off his line, kicked it away, and the incoming Depay has led to a foul and an England free kick, which Pickford will take. Just to let you all know, this is one of our first ever streams. There will be a hell of a lot more next season, so if you do subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of those, and leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying the stream. Netherlands on the ball with Wijnaldum. Here is Blind towards Babel. That's a good flick on, and now there's space down the right for Bergwijn to run into. It's a really good move from the Dutch. Bergwijn looks to cut it back. It was deflected and Sterling picks it up for England. A really good move, but no real final product for the Dutch in the end. But that's the first time we've really seen them attack with pace and menacing. England have just won a free kick here. It was Barkley who won it back. He was in possession. De Roon was coming in and then fouled him, and England get a free kick just outside their own penalty area. Barkley, who was in a very deep position. So Pickford will take this free kick again in a stadium packed with mainly England fans. Chilwell won a header there, and then Dumfries came in after with a late challenge, and there's a bit of a head collision there, and in the end it will be a yellow card for Dumfries. He was late. Chilwell won the header. Dumfries in the end headed Chilwell, which is why he is getting a yellow card. Second of the game for the Netherlands. Second, well, for both sides as well. There was also a bit of a hand on Chilwell's face there. Just waiting for Chilwell to maybe get a bit of treatment.